Hi Pokefans, welcome back to part 19 of my Indigo Disk DLC. Last episode we went ahead and caught 2 more legendary Pokemons through the quest, which I'll be continuing today. I actually got pretty lucky yesterday and was able to catch both of the legendary Pokemons pretty fast. I believe one was Kupfu and the other one was Raikou. Or maybe I'm wrong, but it was definitely pretty easy to catch. In today's episode, hopefully we will be able to catch the legendary Pokemons pretty easy as well. First of all, let me make my way back to Blueberry Academy and talk to Mr. Snackworth. Even though I wish that they had given him a normal name, which is really not expected by a Pokemon game by now. But Snacksworth is pretty interesting. As for the first treat for today, seems like we have got a treat for Reshiram. Let's see its location. Hopefully I'll be able to guess it. It's out near a town where a lot of hardworking folks live. I climbed up a nice height to look onto the landscape. Alright. A town with a mountain. That's pretty generic for Paldia. We have a lot of different towns, but I'm guessing one of them is probably the one. Maybe I'll just run around and see which one it is. For the second treat, we have a treat for Entei. This time it seems that it is closer to the ocean. Alright. I have absolutely no idea where both of these Pokemons are. Hopefully I'll just run around and be able to actually find them. If I do find it too difficult, I might try googling it, but I'm just gonna try and guess it myself. After a few minutes of searching, I was finally able to find Reshiram here. It's actually right next to Zapiko City, almost towards the first area. There we go. This is the location of it in the map. You can definitely pause the video to take the location. But before I do challenge it, let me quickly save the game. There we go. I'm actually ready to go ahead and catch this Pokemon. It's super exciting to see a Reshiram here. I personally haven't really caught this Pokemon before as well, because I never played X and Y either. Those two are the games that I am yet to play. Maybe I'll never get to play it either. But let me try and catch this one with a quick ball. I mean, I did catch Kupfu yesterday with a quick ball, so this should be good. Never mind. That was pretty close though. I'm pretty sure if you do reset your game a couple of times, you'll probably be able to catch it with a Ultra Ball or a quick ball in the very first turn. Some of the moves that Reshiram here uses are pretty strong. As you can see, it definitely did a lot of damage. But since it's Lantern, I feel like it still can kind of tank the moves. If you are trying to find a Pokemon that you can use to catch legendary Pokemons, I would definitely recommend Lantern. It's super cool. It's tough against most of these legendary Pokemons, as long as it is around the same level as the Pokemons are. But of course, now that I have actually gone ahead and paralyzed Reshiram, the only thing left for me to do is just go ahead and take it down with a bit more Hydro Pumps. I just need its health to be in red. But of course, let me quickly heal it up. There we go. I'm actually not too worried about a crit hit here. I have plenty of healing potions, so I can just go ahead and use another one if needed. Thankfully, the Hydro Pump is actually landing, and we got a crit hit here, which is actually perfect. I believe I'll be able to just go ahead and use Flail for the rest of the way. That's good. I guess it's time for me to go ahead and try to catch it with the Ultra Ball. Now we do have only 25. I actually forgot to buy more. Should have done that before this. But once we do catch Reshiram here, I'll go ahead and buy more Ultra Balls. This is the third one. Hopefully I'll be able to catch it with this. Never mind. At least Reshiram here doesn't really have any way of healing itself, which is pretty good. If it did though, it would have been much trickier. I think that was the main issue with me catching Ho-Oh, where it did kind of revive itself or heal itself after a couple of turns. Here is another Archibald, and nope. Apparently Reshiram here wants to give me a bit of a tough time. At this point, Lantern did go down and I wasn't too worried about it. I do have a team full of Pokemons, so I should be able to still manage to catch this one. I also have around 30 timer balls, which I haven't really used yet. So if in case the Ultra Balls do end, I can definitely go ahead and switch into timer balls. I'm pretty sure that after 20 Ultra Balls, timer ball is a bit more effective, but I'm not too worried about that. Now this, I believe, is the 6th Ultra Ball, and we have caught Reshiram. Alright, not too bad. Either way, let me quickly go ahead and check out its stats before we go ahead and try to find Entei. I believe it is in my box, and I'm still kind of having it under the shiny box. Unfortunately, my legendary box is full. Here it is though. It does have the ability Turbo Blaze, which is pretty cool. Now, even though I really want to use these legendary Pokemons, I feel like using them is kind of cheating. So I guess I'll never be using any of these legendary Pokemons that I do catch. But of course, let me make my way to where Entei is, and we can go from there. Alright, here is Entei. You might recognize this area. It's actually right next to Levencia City, at the edge of this cliff right here. I believe that this is where you would have found the wild Terra Pokemon Colia. It's just right next to it. Unfortunately, I completely forgot about showing the location in the map, but I'm hoping that you'll be able to find this based on the clues that I have given. Now for Entei, I'm not really having again a strategy. I'm just hoping that either it will be caught by the quick ball, or I'll just go ahead and paralyze it, try to use a couple of hydro pumps, and hopefully it doesn't really go down. If it does, then I would have to reset the game. As usual, here we have Lantern. Now, as far as the moveset goes, I feel like Entei does have some really good moves. It did actually end up confusing me right here, which is pretty bad. I guess this will just make it so that I do have to go through a couple more moves to actually take down Entei to the red health. Lucky for me, Lantern was actually able to get out of confusion right here, which is pretty good. Otherwise, I think I would have struggled a bit more. I would recommend having a Pokemon hold a berry so that it doesn't really get too confused. Of course, getting confused using extrasensory is pretty bad. I actually don't believe that the odds of getting confused for that move is pretty high. Either way, I'm finally doing some damage. I'm also pretty worried about this hydro pump right here. Thankfully, it didn't actually take down the Entei, even though it was a crit hit. This is actually perfect. I think it's time for me to try and catch it at this point. Of course, I forgot to buy more Ultra Balls. Definitely have to take care of that in the next episode. But for this one, I will try to actually catch it within the 19 Ultra Balls. Hopefully that actually happens. Now, I know I have mentioned this one before, but if you are interested in a group quest for this game, please let me know in the comment section, as I am personally trying to find someone to do the group quest myself. There are a couple of Pokemons that you'll be able to find only by doing group quests. I believe it's one group quest equal to one treat, so we should be able to get all of the Pokemons if we complete around 12 group quests. Definitely it is gonna be, I'm hoping it's gonna be easy. So if you're interested, please let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely go ahead and maybe talk to you in Discord and we can just go from there. Alright. It's been pretty unsuccessful with the Ultra Ball still now. That was pretty close, but it's not. I actually sometimes do wish that I want to use all legendary Pokemons in my team, although I've never done this one before. Let me know in the comment section if you have done that, because it does sound pretty interesting to just have a team full of legendary Pokemons. I really wish, although, that they would be a bit lower in level. That would have made it a bit easier to kind of start, I don't know, a file with just legendary Pokemons. Seems like Entei is definitely giving me a bit of a trouble. Although not as bad as Ho-Oh did. Nothing can really top that. And I'm hoping nothing will either. This point I did get burnt as well, but that's okay. I believe we are around the 8th Ultra Ball. I think the count was totally 19 when we started. I guess we have to be a bit more careful. Unfortunately, Lantern is gonna go down here in this turn. I'm actually not too worried. I don't think I have to heal it back. We do have other Pokemons in the team. Just in case if all of my team members do go down, maybe I will probably reset the game rather than just going with my team. Alright, this is the, I guess, 9th Ultra Ball right here. And that was so close. I really thought we caught Entei right there. Hopefully we'll be able to catch it in a few more turns. I believe the highest number of Ultra Balls that I did use though will probably go to Raikou. I believe we use around 30 Ultra Balls for that. If you have seen that episode, it was pretty painful for me to kind of just use my Ultra Balls just on one legendary Pokemon. The easiest one that I've caught till now is definitely Kapfu. I caught it in the very first turn. I believe there was another legendary Pokemon that I've caught in the first turn as well. Of course, we still have Ho-Oh, which I did catch in the first turn with the Quick Ball, but that was after I reset it like, I believe, 7 to 8 times. Seems that Entei is definitely here having a plan. Alright. One last Ultra Ball before I try out Timer Balls. At this point, I feel like Timer Balls are better. We are down to 6 Ultra Balls and it is not caught. Okay. I guess I was expecting this one to be a bit easier than this. Either way, I'm just gonna try catching it with the rest of the Ultra Balls. If that doesn't work out, I guess I'll try to reset the game maybe. But hopefully we'll be able to catch it soon. 4 more left. I mean, it does actually shake around 1 to 2 times. Oh, it's actually reducing each turn. Right here, I'm actually getting hit by quite a few swaggers. Although the lucky thing is that I'm not really trying to actually take down the health of Entei. If I did though, I guess that would have been a bit of an issue. I might have to switch out my Pokemons. Amaraj here also has the ability Flash Fire, so I'm really not worried about the fire type moves. 2 Ultra Balls left and I guess I do have to waste my Timer Ball at this point as well. One last Ultra Ball, please catch the Entei in this one. And never mind, alright. I guess I'm gonna just try and why not use a Great Ball? Just once. I kind of feel like I should try it out with this at least. And we actually caught it with a Great Ball. That is actually surprising, but pretty funny considering that I used up around 19 Ultra Balls, but was able to catch it with a Great Ball. But here is Entei. It's pretty cool. As for its moveset, as you can see, it does have some really good movesets. Maybe we do have to make some changes, but it's pretty good. Alright, so that's all I had for today. As for the location of Entei, it is right here. You can pause the video to see my location. But hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it does help me a lot. If you'd like to support me more on Patreon, check out the links in my description, and I'll see you all in the next one.